All right, Pat. So on this podcast, we've got some Q&A from our listeners.
Is that how it works, Ian?
Listeners like you.
Is that how it works?
Yes, it is. It is.
Do I ask? Because it says Pat asked. Do I ask that, Ian?
Pat asks. Yes.
Okay, I do that. Do I say Pat asks or no? Pat
Yes, you do.
asks.
Pat asks.
Patrick at PMT Rec House, are gamers entitled to a certain quality standard with gamer releases? Example: people being upset that not all the Pokemon are in the new Pokemon game.
Sure, there are some quality standards, I believe, that people who play games can expect. It shouldn't be broken. It shouldn't be a piece of shit. It
should be functional.
It should be functional.
Like your toaster oven should toast bread when you buy it.
It should be functional. And I mean, honestly, at this point, I would hope not money grubbing, not tons and tons.
Not a cash in.
Not a cash in, but I don't think anyone's entitled to a quality standard with video game releases when it comes to things like all the Pokemon being included in a Pokemon game. Now, like I said in a previous podcast, I do wish the National Dex was in there. I understand why people are upset. I absolutely get that. But it's not the end of the world to me. That said, no, I don't think you're entitled to have all the Pokemon in every game. If the developer decides that this is where we're stopping something, then that's fine. I mean, that's their choice. They make the game. You don't have to buy it if you don't want to. You're not magically entitled to having all the Pokemon in every single generation just because that's the way it was. Vani actually described it to me in a really interesting way last night, and like I said, I still miss the National Dex, but she goes, competitive card games all the time reset.
They swap out things.
They take cards out. They put things in. Every 3 years, basically every Magic cards, and I could be wrong. Hopefully, I'm right. But I believe Magic cards rotate out every 3 years.
Okay.
So they go away. So if you buy a starter set now, those cards will be good for 3 years of competition.
Well, they got to make money. They got to sell new cards too.
And it's how you rebalance the game and keep it popular as well.
They make money.
Yeah, I mean that's how the Pokemon TCG works.
I mean,
so
it's not chess.
No, but I mean, you release enough cards, you break the game. You have to rebalance it. So that's basically, that's one way to look at the new Pokemon, is that they're rebalancing it. But I think every person who buys a game is entitled to it working, being functional and not being crap. But a lot of that is going to end up being subjective. Like, where does it stop being objective and start being subjective?
That's the whole thing. There's entitlement versus expectations, but we're talking about an entertainment product.
Yeah.
This isn't a car. When I buy a car, I'm entitled to meeting safety standards.
Right.
I'm entitled to it not breaking down immediately and driving and not killing me.
Right.
That's my entitlement or expectation of buying a car. When I go to see a movie, am I entitled to the movie being good? No.
No, you're not.
It's entertainment. Someone might find it good for them. It met their expectations. It may not have met mine.
I mean, that's why I kind of stalled as soon as I started to answer the question, because, your entitlement is the game works. And then I was like, you can't say that the game is good. You can't even go that far. You can't say that it's fun or playable because it's going to be totally different to everyone.
You can't return a video game because, I didn't like it. It's not good. Remember we tried that with NES games? It's like, no. Well,
yeah, too bad.
That's like returning. Can you return a comic book if you don't like how it ended?
No.
You don't like that Spider-Man didn't save the day? Okay. Deal with it. Well, I don't see how we got to this point where that every person had to be satisfied by every single entertainment item. Like, I don't understand that before. Well, we didn't have back in my day, we didn't have Rotten Tomatoes in the 90s.
Right.
We saw a lot of shitty movies that we wasted not just our time and money on. Now, at least for entertainment, especially for movies, but you still had, like, in the newspaper, you looked at reviews every week. But for a video game, you have reviews come out, usually in advance of the game being released, saying, is this a good game? Not just one, numerous ones. You have Metacritic and things like that. You should know that you're more likely to like a game or not before it comes out nowadays.
Yep.
Based upon your expectations and how you read the reviews. It shouldn't be a shock if you buy a game and you don't like it. It's not like that was hidden from you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it wasn't.
You can avoid buying that product. It's capitalism. It is the same way for, you know, before I buy a TV, I'm entitled to it working and being able to display images well and have sound. I'm not entitled to doing...
There are non-subjective standards
Yes.
for many things.
Yes.
When you buy food, it shouldn't be rotten.
Yes, it shouldn't kill me, the food I buy.
Entertainment, totally subjective. You're buying, in a way, I mean, this goes, you can say this, you're buying art. You're buying an idea. If you don't like the idea,
yes.
it's too fucking bad.
It's subjective art. It's mass-produced art. That's a good way to put it. It's mass-produced art that one person might find better than the other there. So yeah, that's what it comes down to. Let your wallet speak to it. You know, that's about it. I think that was reasonable.
Yeah, that's about it.
If it's a mobile game that comes out, you don't have to buy that mobile game. You don't. Or maybe it'll be good. Maybe wait for the reviews to come out. Like I'm thinking of Dr. Mario World, of course. Dr. Mario World seems fun so far.
Yeah, it does. Seems all right.
It's not broken. Okay, moving on.